The city sleeps, a sprawling beast of concrete and forgotten dreams, its inhabitants lost in the soft tyranny of their slumber. But there are whispers, not of the wind through empty streets, but of something far more ancient, more primal. It's the sound of a key turning in a lock, a silent click that separates the architects of tomorrow from the dreamers of yesterday. This is the hour of the alchemist, the moment when the ordinary world dissolves, revealing the raw material of destiny. And in this crucible of pre-dawn stillness, a truth, often inconvenient, sometimes brutal, begins to crystallize. The 5 a.m. truth. It's not merely a time on a clock, it's a statement, a philosophy, a quiet, almost imperceptible declaration of war against the inertia of the masses. Consider the solitary figure, not yet illuminated by the sun's casual glance, but bathed in the harsh, uncompromising glow of their own ambition. They move with a deliberate purpose, a subtle choreography of self-mastery that is invisible to the world still buried under the covers. This isn't about productivity hacks or biorhythms. Those are the superficial narratives peddled to the uninitiated. This is about psychological leverage, about forging an identity in the crucible of self-imposed discipline. It's about conquering the first, most formidable enemy of the day, the warm embrace of the bed. And this initial victory, often dismissed as trivial, carves pathways in the mind that dictate the battles yet to come. The silent war begins here, in the quiet rebellion against comfort. The uninitiated will scoff, labeling it an arbitrary discipline, a masochistic ritual. They fail to grasp the deeper calculus at play. This isn't about waking up early, it's about waking up before the noise, before the demands, before the world outside begins to imprint its chaos upon your nascent day. It's a strategic retreat into the self, a psychological fortress built in the quietude of the fading night. In this stolen hour, the mind, unburdened by external stimuli, operates with a clarity usually reserved for moments of profound crisis. Ideas flow, unfiltered and uncorrupted, emerging from the depths of the subconscious like ancient entities stirring from a long slumber. There is a purity to thought in these hours, an unvarnished truth that the later, more crowded hours of the day invariably obscure. And as we delve deeper, you'll uncover how this temporal advantage translates into a profound dominance over the very fabric of your reality. The masses chase fleeting pleasures, content with the crumbs of time left over after their obligations. But the architects of influence, the true power brokers, understand that time is not merely a resource, it is the canvas upon which destiny is painted. They are not simply early risers, they are temporal strategists, masters of the preemptive strike. While the world sleeps, they are not just working, they are becoming. They are sharpening their edge, refining their vision, constructing the framework of their future in a realm untouched by external interference. This isn't just about getting ahead, it's about operating in a different dimension of time altogether, a dimension where the rules of engagement are different, where the noise of competition is still muted. The advantage gained in these silent hours is not merely quantitative, it is deeply qualitative, imbuing every subsequent action with a precision and potency that those who follow the sun's conventional schedule can never truly comprehend. And there's an even darker truth embedded within this ritual, a psychological weapon wielded by the truly relentless. Think of it as a subtle act of psychological warfare against the self and, by extension, against the world. Each morning, as the alarm pierces the quiet, a micro-battle is waged. The ego, accustomed to comfort, resists. It seduces with promises of more sleep, of postponed effort. But the individual who consistently chooses the austere path, who rises with an almost ritualistic defiance, is reforging their internal landscape. They are not merely exercising discipline, they are actively dismantling the architecture of their own weakness. This constant act of self-conquest builds an inner reservoir of resilience, a silent fortitude that whispers, "If I can conquer my own desires for comfort, what external challenge can truly withstand me?" This is the insidious power of the 5 a.m. truth. It cultivates an unshakable belief in one's own capacity for struggle and victory long before the day even truly begins. It's a profound reprogramming of the will, a constant affirmation of agency. And the implications of this internal metamorphosis extend far beyond the individual, subtly influencing the very world around them. The early hour is a filter, a self-selecting mechanism that sifts the wheat from the chaff. It rejects the timid, the complacent, the easily swayed by immediate gratification. It demands a certain ruthlessness, a willingness to forego comfort in pursuit of a higher aim. This isn't a habit, it's an initiation. Those who consistently answer the call of the pre-dawn silence are entering a tacit fraternity, a silent order of individuals who understand that true power is not found in public acclaim, but in private mastery of self. They are not merely successful, they are sovereign. They operate from a position of profound inner authority, an authority forged in the quiet fire of consistent self-overcoming. This internal locus of control, born from countless small victories over the desire for ease, radiates outwards, influencing their interactions, their decisions, their very presence. And there is a final, almost alchemical secret to this phenomenon, a truth that binds all these elements into an unstoppable force. The profound stillness of the pre-dawn hours offers more than just uninterrupted work time. It offers a profound psychological advantage, the opportunity for proactive creation rather than reactive response. While others are still dreaming, you are already defining the terms of your day rather than the day defining you. You are not attending meetings, you are charting courses. This shift from reaction to creation is not merely a matter of scheduling, it is a fundamental reorientation of consciousness. You become the sculptor of your reality, rather than a piece of clay molded by external forces. This preemptive strike on the day instills a sense of profound control, a quiet confidence that permeates every subsequent action. It's the difference between being swept along by the current and being the current itself. And this is where the ultimate, almost unsettling truth reveals itself. The ultimate truth of the 5 a.m. phenomenon is not about the hours gained, it is about the self discovered. It is the realization that the deepest reservoir of power lies not in external circumstances, but in the unwavering commitment to one's own potential, forged in the silent crucible of personal discipline. It's the understanding that true sovereignty begins not with declarations, but with deeds, with the quiet, consistent act of choosing the harder path. It's the uncomfortable truth that the world rewards those who are willing to pay the price when no one is watching, those who understand that the real work of creation happens in the unseen hours, in the private battles against the self. And as the first light touches the horizon, painting the world in hues of possibility, you realize that the city, now slowly stirring from its slumber, is not just waking up to a new day, but waking up to a world already shaped by those who chose to rise before it. The city sleeps, a sprawling beast of concrete and forgotten dreams, its inhabitants lost in the soft tyranny of their slumber. But there are whispers, not of the wind through empty streets, but of something far more ancient, more primal. It's the sound of a key turning in a lock, a silent click that separates the architects of tomorrow from the dreamers of yesterday. This is the hour of the alchemist, the moment when the ordinary world dissolves, revealing the raw material of destiny. And in this crucible of pre-dawn stillness, a truth, often inconvenient, sometimes brutal, begins to crystallize. The 5 a.m. truth. It's not merely a time on a clock, it's a statement, a philosophy, a quiet, almost imperceptible declaration of war against the inertia of the masses.